the wall of rock behind me. To most of the people passing through Khanmo area of Srinagar, it is just a hillside. But to geologists from 30 countries, it is a book. The most complete book ever written about the history of life on this planet. I am standing at the Guryul Ravine. And what is recorded in these layers of stone is not just the history of Kashmir, it is the history of Earth itself. Nearly 252 million years ago, something went catastrophically wrong on Earth. Scientists call it Permian-Triassic mass extinction, or simply the Great Dying. It is the largest extinction in the history of this planet. Nearly 90% of marine life vanished. Nearly 70% of land species disappeared. The oxygen levels crashed. The oceans turned acidic. The skies, the sea, and the land were stripped bare. And whatever Earth had been building for hundreds of millions of years, the corals, the brachiopods, mammal-like reptiles and invertebrates of every description, was within one geological instant gone. The entire story of dying and rebuilding is recorded in these stones at Guryul. The Permian-Triassic boundary, the precise geological moment that separates two eras of Earth's history, is exposed right here. It can be seen in the distinct layering of the rocks here. What makes Guryul different is not the presence of this boundary, but how much of it is present. The boundary section here is 2.68 meters thick. The equivalent section in Meishan in China, which today is world's official geological standard of this boundary, is just 27 centimeters thick. In Iran, Alaska, Siberia, Wales, the sections are even thinner. A thicker record means more history, more evidence, the difference between reading a book and a pamphlet. Scientists call Guryul Ravine the world's most expanded and complete Permian-Triassic boundary section on Earth. The scientific story of Guryul Ravine begins in 1860s. Between 1864 and 1866, a British geologist and surveyor, Godwin Austen, came to this ravine and documented whatever he found. Later, his findings were cited in the landmark 1895 work The Valley of Kashmir, authored by Walter Lawrence. In 1910, a geologist named Middlemas returned to this site. He used a large chinar tree as his survey benchmark. The section so many meters northeast of this chinar tree, he wrote. Decades later, scientists returned to verify this site. The chinar was standing still. Over the following century, Guryul Ravine drew scientists from across the world. Researchers from over 30 international universities have worked at this site. It became, in geological terms, a living museum. In 1990, an international competition began. Geologists needed to decide something of fundamental scientific importance: which location on Earth would be designated as the official global standard, that is, the formal reference point for the Permian-Triassic boundary. The designation has a technical name, Global Stratotype Section and Point, or GSSP. In geological world, this marks the ultimate authority. Whichever site wins this designation becomes the benchmark against which every section on Earth is measured. China put forward 3 candidates and India put forward Guryul Ravine. The competition ran over for a decade. At one point, Guryul was a leading candidate. Tim Tozer, the chairman of Triassic Commission at the time, personally visited Guryul Ravine in 1988. He acknowledged it was the strongest section scientifically. He said so openly. But in 2001, ratified in 2004, the designation went to China's Meishanti section in Zhejiang province. One of the documented factors working against Guryul was access. Political instability in Kashmir during the 1990s had restricted international researchers from freely visiting the site. Scientifically superior, but geopolitically unavailable. India had lost the GSSP, not because Guryul's rocks were inadequate, but because the world could not reach them. But Guryul kept giving. In 2014, geologist Professor M.E. Brookfield and Kashmiri archaeologist G.M. Butt published a paper establishing something no other geological site on Earth can claim. This ravine contains world's oldest documented evidence of a tsunami, an ancient wave event around 252 million years old, whose signatures are preserved in these layers of rocks. The similar signature has been found in a nearby satellite location called Barus. This is a unique discovery. There is no parallel anywhere else on the Earth. Beginning in 1991, G.M. Butt with his students at Jammu University began systematic sedimentological work on the Permian-Triassic boundary, covering Guryul Ravine and 4 satellite sections: Barus, Mandekpal, Naristan, Pastuna, the latter 2 in Tral. In 2014, following the devastating Kashmir floods, an international team arrived as part of an IGCP project, the International Geoscience Program, with China as lead partner and GM Butt as co-lead. Japanese, European, and American scientists joined. They ran a 7-day workshop. Their conclusion, stated openly, was that Guryul is a better section. Today, scientists from 38 institutions in US, China, Japan, and Europe are working at this site. Since 2007, 26 peer-reviewed papers have been published. And yet, here is the contradiction at the heart of this story. As India works to project Guryul Ravine as a site worthy of UNESCO recognition, as India's first UNESCO Global Geopark, the face of the ravine is being threatened by what is being built around it. For years, the site was damaged by illegal quarrying and mining. Local residents who once made their livelihoods from mining the hillside have since shifted their position after the government banned the mining activity in 2007. But the threat did not end there. Social activists have described toxic fumes covering the area in a grey fog. The road leading to the fossil site has been under construction. A former mining area adjacent to the ravine is being developed as an industrial estate, with new structures and concrete walls rising near one of the most scientifically significant geological sites on the planet. In July 2025, the Geological Survey of India wrote a letter to Chief Secretary of Jammu and Kashmir and warned of a serious threat. The letter urged for an urgent intervention to halt the ongoing industrial disruption. The GSI's letter said the site holds immense scientific, strategic, and educational importance, and any damage done here is irreversible. Environmental advocates from EPG, a group who has campaigned for recognition of Guryul site for nearly a decade, also say the same thing, that any damage done here cannot be undone. The rocks here cannot be replaced. On October 16, 2025, on UNESCO International Geodiversity Day, the Geological Survey of India formally declared Guryul Ravine a National Geoheritage Site, the first such designation in Jammu and Kashmir, and the 35th Geoheritage Site in India. On the same day, 4 satellite sections, Mandekpal, Pastuna, Barus, and Naristan, were declared supplementary geoheritage sites under the same order. Guryul is the mother section. The others are parallel records of the same geological history.
The Environmental Policy Group has since called for a dedicated budget allocation of 10 crore rupees for conservation and scientific development. The Geological Survey of India wants the road to UNESCO.
The plan from scientists, from Geographical Survey of India, and from international researchers who have come here over decades is clear. Develop Guryul as China has developed Meshan, a geographical park, a scientific monument, a place that draws the world. China has built interpretive park around its section, where researchers, students, and tourists visit. It is a point of national scientific pride. Kashmir has something better. This wall of rock behind me was here before the Himalayas rose. It was here before the humans walked. It was here before the dinosaurs. Now the question is whether it will survive us. This is Maliha Sofi with camera person Shoaib Nazir at the Guryul Ravine for Kashmir Life.